teaching. You know, any kind of dogma, any kind of advocacy of you know, lecturing about morality, people feel offended. They don't really like the idea. Michael Sandel, who talks about, you know, the course on justice, and there was a meeting with the president asked him, "You've taught this course, you know, each time maybe 1,000 people showed up. Over the years, maybe 10,000 people. Do you think the course justice has any kind of impact on Harvard students?" He thought about it. He said, "I don't think so." But there's a difference. Most of the students here are relativists. In the sense, we are very tolerant of others' beliefs, and we may change our mind. We're relativistic. We're not dogmatic. We're not simply committed to one line of thinking. That's the liberal arts education. So before they take the course, they are relativists. After they've taken the course, they all know why they are relativists. They become self-conscious. And a course of this nature is also, before you took it, you know very little about the Confucian tradition, right? After you took it, sometimes this tradition will become a reference for your involvement in other things. So let me make the final remark. Look at Confucius from an aesthetic point of view, not as from the moral point of view. The students loved him, not because he was a boring lecturer, not because he's an imposing moralist, because he exemplifies standard of inspiration. We love to talk to him, love to be with him, because each time you be with him, this new experience. It's sort of uplifting experience, not only intellectually satisfying, but spiritually inspiring. So I urge you to read a chapter, which I really, for years and years, I couldn't get into it. I felt it's totally irrelevant. It's chapter 10. Chapter 10 gives you minute detail in describing his mannerism, how he talked, how he walked, how he treated people. Look at that. Instead of looking at the man, you know, the man is, it's not on the surface, you know, if the meat is not cut right, he will not eat it, and things of that nature. But you read it from the perspective of an admiring student. And the student looks at every act of this man in the ordinary sense as aesthetic expression of what a human being ought to be. So the way finally we describe Confucius, he's a timely sage. He's a sage that is very much so timely. Is every moment is appropriate. Like the notion at the age of 70, he could follow the dictates of his heart and without transgression of the right, which means is and ought are fused into one. That's aesthetic. That's not morality. We'll talk about Mencius, right, next time. I hope you have a chance first to read it once. And before you come to a class, I just assume you read it. If you haven't read it, you should feel, not ashamed of yourself, you should feel that you're somehow inadequate as a member of the class, all right?
Actually, Mengzi is the week after next week.
Oh,
next week is Daxue and Zhongyong.
Okay, all right. My apologies.
And your book on centrality and commonality.
Okay. Oh, you have to read my book. Okay. But for next week, these treatises are extremely short. And I don't want you to memorize them. Probably I should force you to memorize them, but don't. But you should at least look at it, and look at it both experientially and also critically. By the way, we have 2 weeks on the Mencius.
I think just one. Let me double check.
Okay. Did you list your
Yes, Shun's is the following week, so just 1 week.
It's right.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good.
So are we going to be getting an email about our
Yes, at 5